Welcome to Rad2, another daily reader for Reddit. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. TIFU by accidentally getting sexual with my dentist, again. I'm a 32-year-old woman who can never go back to my new dentist after 2 visits because I'm an idiot. My dentist is a very nice and professional man. Our first appointment was going pretty smoothly until he made some innocuous remark about us being strangers. My immediate reply was, "Oh, you're not a stranger. You've been inside of my mouth for 20 minutes. I did not intend to make a sexual joke." His face turned red and he was clearly embarrassed, but he continued on like a true professional, and we were probably both relieved when the appointment was over. I had my second dentist appointment today. I actually mentally prepared myself to be a model patient who didn't say anything weird. "Thank you very much." He had been working in my mouth for about 5 minutes when he started to seem really uncomfortable or something. His face was red and he was breathing a little heavier. I was a bit concerned and also confused. Like, how could I have embarrassed him this time? I had hardly spoken. So he keeps working in there, and then I realize what the hell is happening. My dentist was wearing grape-flavored gloves. I had been absent-mindedly licking his fingers the whole time. Never going back. TLDR, today I freaked out by licking my dentist. Never going back. No, keep going. Next time, I'll bite him. Make sure to maintain eye contact and then blame the nitrous oxide. But I wasn't using nitrous oxide. I did some in the parking lot. Sorry. Char gassed me. Wildcard. You sound fun. Did you read any of her post history? She sounds like literally the funnest. He's made the mistake of going out of town a couple of times. The first time, I bought a ton of tin foil from the dollar store and literally wrapped every single item in his man cave in foil. Not the TV though. Down to coins and the ceiling fan. The second time he went out of town, I had a bunch of friends over and we blew up a ton of balloons and stuffed his man cave floor to ceiling with them. That was actually really fun because the night he got home we did shrooms and played in the room full of balloons. She has a cat named Nipples for ducks RK. Op, I demand more funny stories. I love this person immensely. I love you too. No really, share more stories. Okay, when I was 12, I stayed over at my friend Tina's house. Her parents were fresh out of a bad and bitter divorce. Her mom, Bridget, had had an affair with Tina's soccer coach Ivan. Seriously. The morning after the sleepover, Bridget tells us she is going for a hike. Tina seems upset after she leaves and explains that she is pretty sure her mom is actually going to Ivan's house, which is a few blocks away. We decide to go to Ivan's house and see if her mom's car is there. We did. It was. We come up with the brilliant idea to hide in the very back of the Suburban and surprise her mom when she gets in. Like, haha, we caught you in a lie, stupid kid stuff. Well, Bridget does eventually get in, along with Ivan and his daughter. I think we shared a silent understanding to just hide instead and wait until Bridget drops them off. She didn't end up dropping them off. She dropped his daughter off and then the two of them continued to a restaurant. We decided to just stay hidden and sneak out once her mom got back home. It was an Arizona summer and like 100 degrees. So our dumbasses keep sneaking out of the Suburban and going next door to Burger King for cups of water. Bridget and Ivan come out after like an hour and a half in the restaurant. I remember feeling so relieved. Like, yes, I want off of this ride. So Bridget drives off through the parking lot and behind a Walmart. They start making out. Then they start putting the seats down. We were silently losing our crap. There was some problem with the door handle and we couldn't just open it and jump out. So we both pretend to be asleep for some reason. Maybe because we didn't want them to know that we knew that she left 2 12-year-olds alone to go frick her of their partner behind a Walmart in the middle of the afternoon. Bridget gasps and says, "Oh my god. Tina is back here." Cue pandemonium. Tina starts crying hysterically and screaming. Bridget is trying to talk to and comfort her. Ivan just dips out. Someone calls the police. They show up and the only one who is calm enough to offer an explanation is me. So I have to tell 2 cops this whole shitshow story. They let us go. Bridget took me home and the ride was extremely tense. I never told my parents. Bridget couldn't look me in the eye for years. Everything is good with that family now though. You should write a book. I would buy the crap out of it. For reals. Call it Today I Licked My Dentist. Another tales of random shenanigans. I'm a dentist. People have very curious tongues and I can only imagine that would be worsened by grape-flavored gloves. I think your dentist needs to have a sense of humor. The days get boring without patients like you. Edit. Thank you for the silver. Ah, good. So it's not just me that the dentist has to repeatedly tell to move my tongue out of the way? Apparently I have a minor subconscious habit of trying to stop the dentist from doing their job by sticking my tongue in the way. This honestly made me feel better. Thank you. Plus he can be inside your mouth for at least 20 minutes. It's possible he popped a chubby and was ashamed. Why was he wearing flavored gloves? Because latex tastes like butt sauce, has a latex fetish and a dentist fetish. But what if you enjoy the taste of butt? Then ask your dentist for some butt-flavored gloves. I make my own. Whenever a dentist is in my mouth I always move my tongue as far away as I possibly can to the point I would probably swallow it if it was possible, simply so I don't get in the way. I don't know if it's helpful or not though. Totally depends on the person. Sometimes they think they're helping and I'm like, hey, just relax. I'll move it. Don't worry. And other times it's totally out of my way and everyone's happy. There is no such thing as relaxing when sitting in a dentist chair. You'd be surprised. I have patients fall asleep in the chair. That's crazy. I am full on panic mode at the dentist every time they scrape my tooth. I'm terrified of something hurting. I love it all, especially if there is pain. Just releasing control and letting the teeth folk clean my dirty mouth. I crave their punishment. People act super weird when they are in the dental chair. The anxiety doesn't help matters. I've had my fingers licked and sucked by accident 100 times because the patient thought it was the suction tip. He probably forgot about the interaction shortly afterwards. Don't sweat it. Source. Am Tooth Carpenter. I'm 100% stealing this once I finish dental school. I mean personally I think bone mason is way more appropriate. Edit. Hey, some anonymous benefactor popped my silver cherry. Also my most popular comment, and it definitely sounds like a construction site themed adult film. Hope everyone wears their grape-flavored PPE. Stereotypical gilding. Edit. Hot damn. What a time to be alive. Thank you mysterious stranger for that. My 4 years of relative lurking are at an end. I'm on some kind of list now. Mouth mechanic or janitor, your pick. Wait, licking dentists is a thing? I never thought about where I put my tongue, but now I'm gonna for the rest of my life every time I visit the dentist, lol. I've always been self-conscious about it. I had braces as a kid and the orthodontist had grape-flavored gloves. It really is kind of hard not to lick them. Especially when you're 12, not suggesting Opus 12. I also have a gigantic tongue and do my best to contain that monster when I'm in the chair. I genuinely don't know what to do with it other than try to ball it up at the top of my esophagus. Why the hell do grape-flavored gloves exist? Glove-flavored gloves are just too bland. EW. Glove flavor. Edit. Thank you for the silver, wonderful person. So how did you guys meet? Well, I was all hopped up on goofball gas, just kicked back in his chair and licking his purple fingers. Honestly, that's more respectable than 50% of my college friends' real actual stories of how they got together. I cheated on my girl, man at the time with him, and now we're together. We hooked up while I was vulnerable in friend group drama, and this is totally a healthy relationship, etc. What is best in life? A strong roaming tongue, to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. Side story about a strong tongue. A child I took care of had macroglossia. That's an extremely large tongue that hung out of their mouth. We're seeing the doc one day and doc puts a tongue depressor in their mouth. This kid, in literally one fast as lightning flick of their tongue, breaks the tongue depressor in half. This is a 1-year-old. It's hands down the wildest thing I've ever witnessed. I had no idea how strong tongues could be, lol. Op might have a mouth fetish. I'll bet a dentist has more of an oral fixation than I do. He's the weird one. Right guys. Well, who wears grape-flavored gloves then gets upset when someone licks them? He put them in your mouth after all. You seem like my kind of person. Made me laugh. My wife actually bought strawberry-flavored fridge magnets once. I'm not sure why anybody would want them, but she has a bit of a thing for fridge magnets. One early morning whilst I was making coffee, my curiosity got the better of me and I walked over to the fridge, leaned in towards it and gave it a lick. It was freaking delicious. Things got out of hand quickly and I continued to lick it passionately for a good 30 seconds. What the frick are you doing? I turn around immediately. It was my 15-year-old son, standing there in complete awe. I had to tell the truth. I said that in 1998 the Undertaker threw mankind off hell in a cell and plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table. Imposter. Dentist here. People lick our fingers all the time. Tongues are curious. Don't sweat it. Op. Strangest incident I had involved a patient who did, indeed, suck my fingers and tell me that I could come swim at her pool anytime. No scrubs required. I was okay with continuing to treat her until she asked if she could call me Dr. Duddy. Now, she has a new dentist edit. Thank you for the silver. My first time. Props to your professionalism. It's a shame it will never be acceptable to play into it sarcastically and make her uncomfortable. 2. Lean in and tell her you are going to tongue punch her fart box or something. A good chunk of people hate going to the dentist, so you definitely have to have some tricks up your sleeve when it comes to making the dentist enjoyable again. I'll keep the fart box comment in my back pocket for a rainy day, just in case my lawyer gets bored. Edit. Thank you for the silver. Never gotten that before. Just go back and explain it. I'm sorry, your gloves were just too much like condoms. www.walmart.com. Why were the gloves flavored though? Sounds weird as frick. Right. My best guess is that he has them for children's appointments and had run out of regular latex. Our first appointment he just wore regular chalky latex gloves. Apparently, these grape-flavored ones are subtly delicious, but I don't think he could be convinced to wear them with strange adults again. Thanks for watching Rad2. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. If you like these videos, check out the original Rad channel.